Welcome to Study Loop.
Okay, so we were told that when we combusted a sample of salicylic acid, 21.90 kilojoules, uh, we were told that the heat of combustion for salicylic acid, put an S there, was 21.90 kilojoules per gram. Okay, and we combusted 0.1046 grams of it and found that it raised the temperature of a calorimeter by 1.62 degrees C. Okay, so that was our delta T, if you will. And what we need to do is, using the same calorimeter, figure out what the heat of combustion is of an unknown U, of which we burned 0.2106 grams and recorded a 4.96 degrees Celsius delta T. Right? So how do we do this? Well, basically recall that we can find a number, the calorimeter constant, that will relate energy to delta T for that calorimeter. That is, if you burn something per calorimeter and it raised the temperature 10 degrees, what was the energy associated with that, right? So basically what we're finding is, if we take our delta HS in kilojoules per gram and multiply it by the sample of our salicylic acid, some number, that constant times delta T, should be equal to that. This is our calorimeter constant. So we're basically trying to say, what is the relationship between temperature change and energy? Okay, so we can solve for C by dividing both sides by delta T. Right, and we get the calorimeter constant is equal to that 21.90 kilojoules per gram times our 0.1046 grams, all over our 1.62 degrees C, which ultimately gives us, 21.90 times 0.1046 divided by 1.62, 1.414. 1.414. And this is in units of kilojoules per degree C. Okay. So now that we have this number, and since we use the same calorimeter, the same C should apply, we can figure out how many kilojoules were generated, right? If the temperature changed 4.96 degrees, right? And if we then divide that number by our mass, we'll have kilojoules per gram for the combustion of our unknown, right? So what we're doing is essentially delta T times C divided by the mass in grams, which will tell us delta H of our unknown in units of kilojoules per gram. Okay, so 4.96 degrees C times our calorimeter constant of 1.414 kilojoules per degree C over our 0.2106 grams. 4.96 times 1.414 divided by 0.206, 0.2106, I get 33.3 kilojoules per gram. That's what delta H, that's what the energy of combustion is for our unknown.